yourself.
Long live the king!
Bernardo, you come most carefully upon your hour.
'Tis now strict 12. Have you had quiet guard?
Not a mouse stirring.
Well, good night. If you do meet Horatio, the rival of my watch, then you make haste.
I think I hear him. Stand up, who's there?
Friends, to this ground.
Say, what? Is Horatio there?
Oh, this is him.
Welcome, Horatio, welcome.
What, has this thing appeared again tonight?
I have seen nothing.
Horatio, you say this is our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of you. Touching this dreaded sight twice he must.
Tush, 'twill not appear.
Last night of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole had made its course to illume that part of heaven where now it burns, Marcellus and myself, the bell then beating one.
Please, break me off! Look where it comes again!
In the same figure like the king that's dead!
Thou hast followed us, speak to Horatio!
Look it not like the king more near Horatio!
Most like, it hairs me with fear and wonder.
It would be spoke to! Question it, Horatio!
Where art thou that usurpest this time of night? By heaven I charge thee, speak!
It is offended!
See, it stalks away!
Stay, speak, I charge thee, speak!
'Tis gone and will not answer.
How now, Horatio? You tremble and look pale. Is not this something more than fantasy? What think you on it?
Before my God, I might not disbelieve without the true and sensible avouch of mine own eyes.
Is it not like the king?
As thou art to thyself, such was the very armor he had on when he, the ambitious Norway, combated.
Thus twice before and jump at this dead hour. With martial stock hath he gone by our watch.
In what particular scope to work, I know not, but in the grossest scope of my opinion, it's both some a strange eruption to our fair state. The soft, lo, behold where it comes again. I'll cross it, though it blast me. Stay, illusion, if thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good to be done that to thee may do ease and grace to me, speak to me. If thou art privy to thy country's fate, which happily foreknowing may avoid, speak, oh speak, stay and speak. Stop it, Marcellus.
Try striking with my partisan.
Do it will not stand.
'Tis here!
'Tis here.
'Tis gone. We do it wrong being so majestical to offer at the show of violence. For it is as the air invulnerable, and our malicious blows a vain mockery.
It was about to speak when the cock crowed.
And then it started, like a guilty thing upon a fearful summons. I have heard the crowing of the cock, that is the trumpet of the morn, doth with his lofty and shrill-sounding throat awake the god of day.
It faded on the crowing of the cock.
But look, the morn, in russet mantle clad, doth walk o'er the dew of yon high eastward hill. Break we up our watch, and by my advice let us impart what we have seen unto young Hamlet. For though the spirit be dumb to us, we'll speak to him.
Let's do it, I pray, and I this morning know we shall find it most convenient.
Yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow blow, that we with wisest sorrow think on him, together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we as 'twere with a defeated joy, taken to wife, nor have we hair and guard, your better wisdoms which have freely gone, for all our thanks. What's news with you? The head is not more native to the heart, the hand more instrumental to the mouth, than is the throne of Denmark to thy father. What wouldst thou have, Laertes?
My dread lord, your leave and favour to return to France, from whence, though willingly I came to Denmark to show my duty in your coronation, yet now I must confess that duty done, my thoughts and wishes tend again toward France, and bow them to your gracious leave and pardon.
Have you your father's leave? What says Polonius?
He hath, my lord, wrote me my slow leave by magnificent petition, and at last upon him will I seal my heart consent. I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes. Time be thine, and spend thy best graces at thy will. But now, my cousin Hamlet and my son.
What's more than kin and less than kind?
How is it that clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much of the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy knighted coat off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Not forever wilt thou go to seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
I know. It is common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam? Nay, it is. I know not. Seems. 'Tis not about my inky cloak, good mother, no customary suit of sullen black, together with all forms, moved, shapes of grief that tend known to me truly. Indeed, it seems their actions that a man might play. But I have that within me which passeth show. These but trappers in suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these mourning duties to your father. But you must know, your father lost a father, that father lost his, and the survivor bound. It shows a will most incorrect to heaven, a heart unfortified, a mind impatient, an understanding simple and unschooled. Take it to heart. A fault against the dead, a fault to nature. We pray you, throw to earth this unprevailing woe, and think of us as of a father. For let the world take note, you are the most immediate to our throne, and with no less nobility of love than that which a dearest father bears his son, do I impart toward you. For your intent of going back to school in Wittenberg is most wretched aid to our desire, that you bend here and remain here, in the comfort and cheer of our eye, our chiefest courtier, our cousin, and our son.
I shall in all my best obey you.
Why, 'tis a loving and fair reply. He is ourself in Denmark. Madam, come. This gentle and unforced accord of Hamlet sits smiling to my heart. Come away!
How weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Climate. A fie that it should come to this. But 2 months' stay, me not so much, not 2. So excellent a king. Frailty, thy name is woman. Married with my uncle, my father's brother. But no more like my father than I to Hercules. It is not nor cannot come to good, but break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Hail to your lordship.
I'm glad to see thee well. Horatio, or I can forget myself.
The same, my lord, and your poor servant Evan.
Sir, my good friend, I'll change that name with thee. But what made you from Wittenberg?
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
I pray thee, mock me not, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, it followed hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio. The funeral baked meats didst coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. But I had never met my dearest foe in heaven, or what had I seen that day? My father. Methinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
I saw him once. He was a good looking.
He was a man, taken for all in all, but I shall never look upon his like again.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
Saw? Who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king, my father?
Seizing your admiration for a little while, within the 10th year, till I may deliver upon the witness of these gentlemen this marvel to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
2 nights together had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on the dead vast in the middle of the night on their watch. Then thus encountered, a figure like your father appears before them. And I with them the 3rd night kept the watch, till as they had delivered both in time, formed of the thing, each word made true and good, the apparition comes. I knew your father, these hands aren't more like.
But where was this?
My lord, on the platform we watched.
Did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none, and it vanished from our sight.
It is very strange.
As I do live my honored lord, 'tis true.
Indeed. Indeed, sir, as much this troubles me. Hold you the watch tonight.
We do, my lord.
I will watch tonight. Perchance 'twill walk again.
I warrant it will.
Your love is mine to you. Farewell. Upon the platform, twixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you.
Our duty to your honor.
Your love is mine to you. Farewell. My father's spirit, all is not well. I doubt some foul play, but the night will come. Till then, sit still, my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though the earth overwhelm them to men's eyes.
See
well. Poor Hamlet, and the trifling of his favor. Hold it a passion, a toy, forward, not permanent, sweet, not lasting. The perfume and suppliance of a minute. No more.
No more but so.
Think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, but you must fear. His greatness reign. His will is not his own. For he himself is subject to his birth. For on his choice depends the safety and the health of his whole state. And therefore must his choice be circumscribed unto the voice and will of that body whereof he is the head. Then, if he says he loves you, then weigh what loss your honor may sustain if you wound your heart to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia. Fear it, my dear sister, and keep me in the rear of your affection, out of the shot and danger of desire. Be wary then. Best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, none else near.
I shall be affected, this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart. But, good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to help him else like some puffed and reckless libertine himself, the primrose path of dalliance treads, and next not his own read.
Fear me not. I stay too long. But here my father comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon the second leap.
Yet here they are, Tees. A board of port for shame, the wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you are stayed for. My blessing with thee. Oh, and these few precepts in thy memory see thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Beware of entrance to a quarrel. Give every man thy ear, but through thy voice. But this above all, to thine own self be true. And it must follow them as the day to night, that thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell. My blessing sees in this in me.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord. Farewell, Ophelia. Remember well what I've said to you.
'Tis in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key.
Farewell.
What is it, Ophelia, that he hath said to you?
So please you, something touching to Lord Hamlet.
Marry, well bethought. 'Tis told me he have oft of late given private time to you, and you have of your audience been most free and bounteous. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection toward me.
Affection? Who? You speak like a green girl, unsifted in perilous circumstance. Do you believe his tenders, as you call them?
My lord, I do not know what I should think.
Mary, I'll teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you have taken these tenders for true pay, which are not sterling.
He hath importuned you with love in an honorable fashion,
Aye, fashion you may call it. Go to, go to.
and hath given countenance in his speech in almost all the holy vows of heaven.
Springes to catch woodcocks. I do know when the blood burns it lends the tongue vows. These blazes, daughter, give off more light than heat. Even in their promises as it is in making, you must not take for fire. As for the Lord Hamlet, do not believe his vows, for they are brokers, the better to beguile. This is for all. I would not in plain terms, from this time forth, have you so slander any moment's leisure as to give words or talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you. Come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.
You're right shrewdly. It is very cold.
It is a nipping and an eager air.
What hour am
I think it lacks of 12.
I? No, it is struck.
Indeed. Then it draws near the season, wherein the Spirit held his wont to walk. Look, my lord, it comes.
Angels and ministers of grace, defend us! Be thou a spirit of hell and now damned. Oh, question me. Call thee Hamlet, King, Father. Will they will answer me?
It beckons you to go with it. No, by no means.
It will not speak, then I will follow it.
Do not, my lord.
Praise me forth, I'll follow it.
My lord, it were to tempt you towards the flood, or towards the dreadful summit of the cliff, wherein it needles over his base, and there assume some other horrible form that might deprive your sovereignty of reason, and draw you into madness. Think of it.
Raise me forth again. I'll follow thee!
You shall not go, my lord!
Hold out your hands!
You rule, you shall not go!
My face cries out! Unhappy gentlemen! I'll make the ghost of him that lets me. Go on. I'll follow him!
He waxes desperate with imagination.
Let's follow. 'Tis not fit thus to obey him.
Have after, to what issue will this come?
Something's wrong in the state of Denmark.
Heaven will direct it.
Nay, let's follow him.
Where wilt thou lead me? Speak! I'll go no further.
Mark me.
I will.
My hour is almost come.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak. I'm bound to hear.
So, art thou to avenge when thou shalt hear?
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fasted fires, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. List, list, oh list, if thou didst never thy dear father love. Oh God! Revenge is most foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder?
Murder most foul, as in the best it is, but this, most foul, strange, and unnatural.
Haste me to know it, that I, the thoughts of love, may speak to my revenge.
I find the act, now with Hamlet here. 'Tis given out that, sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me, so that the whole year of Denmark is by a forged process of my death rightly abused. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul, my uncle.
Aye, that incestuous, that adulterous beast, with witchcraft of his wit, with traitorous gifts, won to his shameful lust the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there! But stop, methinks I scent the morning air, brief, let me be. Sleeping in my orchard, upon my secure hour thy uncle stole, with the cursed juice of Hedon the vial, and in the porches of my ears did pour the leprous distilment. Oh horrible! Oh horrible, most horrible! But, if thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. But howsoever thou pursuest this act, let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge, to prick and sting her. Fare thee well at once. Adieu, adieu. Remember me, Hamlet.
Woe, you host of heaven. A worthless us! Fie. Hold heart. Remember thee. Yes, by heaven, from the table of my memory. O most pernicious woman. O villain. Villain, smiling, damned villain. So, uncle, now to my word. It is...
Remember me.
I've sworn it.
My lord!
My lord!
Lord Hamlet!
What news, my lord?
Oh, wonderful.
Good, my lord, tell it.
No, you'll reveal it.
Not I, my lord, by heaven.
Nor I, my lord.
How say you then? What heart of man must think it? But you'll be secret.
I, by heaven.
Never make known what you have seen tonight.
My lord will not.
Nay, but swear it.
In faith, my lord, not I.
Nor I, my lord, in faith.
Upon my sword.
My lord, we have sworn already.
Indeed! Upon my sword, indeed!
Swear!
Propose the oath, my lord.
Never to make known what you have seen tonight. Swear by my sword!
Swear!
Never to make known what you have heard tonight. Swear by my sword!
Swear!
Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
And like a stranger give it welcome. That there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt in your philosophy. Swear!
Swear!
So, gentlemen, let us go in together. With all my love, I do commend me to you. Let us go in, and still your fingers on your lips, I pray you. Oh, cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right. Oh, come, let's go.
Lord Hamlet, pale as his shirt, his knees knocking together with a look so piteous and brittle as if he had been loosed from hell to speak of horrors. He comes before me.
Madam, thy love?
My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist and held me hard, and falls to such perusal in my face as he would provide. Long stayed he so. At last he let out a sigh so piteous and profound as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. This done, he lets me go, and with his head on my shoulder turned, seemed to find his way without his eyes, for out of doors he went without their helps, and to the last bended their light on me.
This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent property forgoes itself and meets the will of desperate undertakings. I'm sorry. What, have you given him any hard words of late?
No, but as you did command, I did repel his fetters and deny him access to me.
Well, that hath made him mad. Come, go we to the king. This must be known, which being kept close might move more grief to hide than hate utter love.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, wherever that we did long to see you. The need we have to use your digital our hasty sending resembles that it was. Sit nor the exterior nor the inward man, that open lies within our remedy.
Good gentleman, he hath much talk of you. And sure I am, two men there are not living to whom more adheres. Your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
We both obey, and here give up ourselves, in the full bent, to lay our service freely at your feet, to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
It is Guildenstern and Rosencrantz. I do beseech you to instantly visit my too much timid son.
Heavens make our presence and practices pleasant and helpful to you.
I honor.
My lord, I hold my duty as I hold my soul that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, speak of that, that do I long to hear.
And doubt is no other but the main, his father's death and our hasty marriage.
We shall sit him.
My liege madam, to expostulate what duty is, what majesty should be, why day is day, night is night, and time, would be nothing but to waste time day and night. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief.
More matter with less art.
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he is mad. 'Tis true, 'tis true, 'tis pity. And pity 'tis true. A foolish figure, but I will fare well, for I will use no art. I have a daughter, hath while she is mine, who in her duty and obedience have given me this. Now gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia. That is an ill phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase, but you shall hear this. In her excellent white bosom, these...
Came this from Hamlet to her?
Good madam, stay a while, I will be faithful. Doubt thou that the stars are fire, doubt that sun doth move, doubt truth to be a lighter, but never doubt that I love. O dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers, I have not art to reckon my groans, but that I love thee best. O most best, believe it, but do. This in obedience hath my daughter shown me.
Do you think 'tis this?
It may be very likely.
How may we try this further?
At such a time, I'll lose my daughter to her. Be you and I behind the nearest then. Mark the encounter.
We will try it.
But look, Versailles, the poor man comes reading.
Away, I do beseech you, both away. I'll board you presently. Oh, give me leave. How does my good Lord Hamlet?
Well, God mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent, well, you are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
than I would you were so honest.
Honest, my lord?
Honest! To be honest in this world is to be one that picked out of 10,000 from the sundry maggots and a dead dog eating God doesn't carry. Have you a daughter?
How say you by that? Still harping on my daughter? Will you walk out into the air with me, my lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, that is out of here. My lord, most humbly will I take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything that I'll more willingly part withal, except my life, except my life, except my life.
You seek the Lord Hamlet. There he is.
My honored lord,
Our most dear lord!
my excellent good friends, Guildenstern, Rosencrantz, good lads, how do you get both? Tell me, what's the news?
None, my lord. Except the world's growing honest.
Then is doomsday near. But your hint is not true. Let me question more in particular. What have you deserved at the hands of fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord?
That marks a prison,
And is the vault one?
a goodly one, in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons, Denmark being one of the worst. What do I do elsewhere?
None, my lord. Except to see you.
Back to that time, I am poor even in France, but I thank you. Were you not sent for? Is it your only claim? Come, deal justly with me. Come, they speak.
What should we say, my lord?
Why? Everything was with purpose. You were sent for. There was a kind of confession in your voice, which your majesty is not going to craft enough to color.
My lord, we were sent for.
I will tell you why. I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgot all custom of exercises, and indeed to go so heavily with my disposition, that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory.
If you delight not in men, we'll let an entertainment show prayers doing for you. We found them along the way and brought them hither.
He that plays the king shall be welcome. What players are they?
You remember them from our youth, the Judeans of the city.
Gentlemen, you are welcome to us. Welcome. I'm glad to see thee well. But my uncle, father, and aunt mother are deceived.
And what, my dear lord?
I am but mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. Come, we'll have a speech straight. Come, give us a taste of your quality. Come, a passionate speech.
What speech, my lord?
I heard thee speak me a speech once, but 'twas never acted. 'Twas Aeneas' tale to Dido. If it's let me go on my way, begin from this line. Let me see what you see. The rugged Pyrrhus, like the Hyrcanian beast. So proceed.
Anon he finds him, then senseless Ilium takes prisoner Pyrrhus' ear. For lo, his sword! So, as the painted tyrant Pyrrhus stood, and like a neutral to his will and matter did nothing.
This is too long.
It shouts to the barbers with your beard. Prithee say on. He's for a jig or tail bawdry.
But who? Oh, who had seen the mobile queen?
The mobile queen?
That's good. The mobile queen is good.
If the gods themselves had seen the mobile queen, then, when she saw Pyrrhus make a malicious sport and mincing with her husband's limbs her sword, oh, the instant burst of clamor that she made!
Look, whether he has not tears in his eyes and has changed his color. Pray you, no more.
'Tis well. Hear me? Let the players be well used. Let them be well bestowed.
I will use them according to their deserts. Come, sir.
Follow me, friends. We'll have a play tomorrow night. Oh, just out of curiosity, can you play the murder of Gonzaga?
Aye, my lord.
We'll have it tomorrow night.
Aye, my lord.
Follow that same lord and look you, mock me not. My good friends, you're welcome to Elsinore.
Let's grace, my lord.
Now, my lord, what rogue and peasant slave am I? Am I a coward? Who calls me villain? Who breaks my painted cross? Vengeance about my brain. I've heard that some guilty creatures, while sitting out to play, have, by the very cunning of the scene, been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before my knuckles. If he but blench, I'll know my force. The play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
so harshly all of his days of quiet with turbulent and dangerous lunacy?
Because he confessed he feels himself distracted, but from what means he by no means speaks.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof when we would bring him on to some confession of his true state.
Did you essay him to any pastime?
Sweet Gertrude, leave us to, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that he has toured by accidents may hear affront Ophelia. His father and myself, both lawful espios, will so bestow ourselves that seeing unseen, if it be the affliction of love or no, that thus he suffers for.
I shall obey you. And for your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the cause of Hamlet's madness. So shall I hope your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again, to both your orders.
Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk here. Gracious, so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Beyond spoke. My lord, I hear him coming. Let us withdraw.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles by opposing, end them, to die, to sleep perchance to dream I there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come that make calamity of so long life? For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the pride ends contumely, when he himself might make his quietus with a bare bodkin? Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in thy origins, the all my sins remember.
Good my lord, how does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
My lord, I have some remembrances of yours that I have long longed to remember. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My lord, you know right well you did. The noble words of such sweet breath composed as made the things more rich. Their perfume must take these again, for to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There.
Are you honest?
My lord,
Are you fair?
me dear Richard.
That if you be honest and fair, your beauty should enrich no discourse to your honesty.
Beauty, my lord, better commerce than than honesty.
Aye, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bond, than the power of honesty can translate beauty into his own likeness. I would love you not.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should have believed me not. For virtue cannot so inoculate your old stock, but we shall relish of it. I love thee not.
I was the word deceived.
Damn thee to memory! Why art thou the griever of sinners? I myself am different honest. For yet I can accuse me of such deeds, that it were better my mother had not borne me. What should such nobles as I do? Draw them between earth and heaven. Get thee to a memory.
Oh,
To a memory. Where's your father?
at home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plate for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow. Thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery. To a nunnery go, and quickly too. Farewell.
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erflow. Courtiers, scholars, soldiers, eye, tongue, sword. The expectancy rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion, and the mold of form. reserved followers. Quite down, the unmatched form and feature of blown youth, blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me to have seen what I have seen. See.
Love. His affections do not that way tend, nor what he spake. Though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. Thus set it down. He shall with speed to England for the demand of our neglected tribute. What think you on't?
It shall do well. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please, but if you should hold it fit, let the Queen Mother all alone entreat him to show his grief, and then to England send him, or confine him wherever your wisdom should best lead.
It shall be so. Madness and great ones must not unwatched go.
Mouth as many of your players are wont to do. I just think the town crier spoke my lines. Oh, it offends me to the soul to see a peregrine painted fellow tear a passion to captors. The very eyes, just but the ears of the groundlings, who for the most part are capable of nothing but dumb shows and noise.
I warrant your honor.
Bid you make haste. Ah, my lord, I will the king hear this piece of work?
And the Queen too, at present.
Bid the players make haste. What, Horatio?
Here, my lord, at your service.
Horatio, thou art in as just a man as conversation told with all.
My dear lord, they are coming to the play. I must be idle. Get yourself a place.
How fares our cousin Hamlet?
Excellent thing. I eat the air promised crab. Cannot be taken so.
I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
No, nor mine.
Come hither, my dear Hamlet, sit by me.
No, good mother. Over here is metal more attractive.
Oh, dear Martha.
Lady, shall I lie in your lap? 'Tis a fair thought to lie between maidens' legs.
What is my lord?
Nothing.
You are married, my lord.
Oh, God! What should a man do but be merry? For look you on how cheerfully my mother looks. My father died within these 2 hours.
Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord.
So long. Nay then, let the devil wear black, for I'll have a suit of sables. So runs the world away. Tis not the very wishing time of night. Now can I drink hot blood. I can do such bitter business as the day which quaked to look on. Softer now. To my mother.
Forgive me for my foul murder. That cannot be, since I am still possessed of those effects for which I did murder thee. My crown, mine own ambition, and my queen. Help, angels, make essay. Bow stubborn knees, and heart with strings of steels. Be as soft as sinews of the newborn babe, all may be well.
Now my head to its pat. Now he is praying. And so I'll do it. That would be scanned. He's praying, so he goes to heaven. A villain kills my father, and I, for that, his sole son, to the same villain sent to heaven hither. Well, this is hiring salary, not revenge. Absolute. Let us to more horrid hint. Trip his heels, that he may kick and scream at heaven, and his soul be as damned and black as hell, but to it goes. Another stays. This physic but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up. My thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
He will come straight. Look, you lay home to him. Tell him that his pranks have been too broad to bear with. Pray you be round with him.
Mother! Mother! Mother!
On board, you fear me not, withdraw. I hear him coming.
Mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, Mother, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and words not so. You are my mother.
Nay then, I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, beseech you now. You shall not budge. You go not, till I may set you up a glass, where you may see the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Wilt thou not murder me? Help!
Help! Help! How now? A rat? Dead for ducat! Dead!
Oh me, what hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this!
A bloody deed. Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king?
Aye, 'twas my word. Thou wretched, rash and shrewding fool. Farewell. I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune. Thou findest to be too busy some danger.
What have I done? That thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act, that blurs the blush and grace of modesty, takes the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love. O rebellious hell, where is thy blush? Oh, shame.
Oh, speak to me no more! These words and daggers enter in mine ears. No more speak, Hamlet!
A murderer, and a villain.
No more!
Save me and hover home me with your wings. Your heavenly guards, what would your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits. Oh, step between her and her fighting soul. Conceit, in weakest body's strongest works. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is it?
Alas, how is it with you? Do you venture on on the incorporeal air? Do hold discourse? Whereon do you look?
On him! On him! Look you, how pale he glares. Do not look upon me.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all, yet of it as I see.
But you nothing here?
Nothing but ourselves.
Look you, how we steals out at the portal. My father, and his habit as e'er he had lived.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Throw away the worst worser part of it. Live the pure with the other half. Good night, mother. Assume a virtue if you have it not, and go not to mine uncle's bed. For this same Lord I do repent, though heaven hath pleased it so, that I must be their scourge and minister. And this must be punished with me, and I with this. But bad begins, and worse remains behind. I must say it clearly, you know that?
Alack, I had forgot. 'Tis so, concluded on.
Those letters sealed. My two schoolfellows whom I will trust Andrew's fame. Come, sir, to draw toward an end with you. Good night, mother.
Whose matter of this size, these profound heaves? We must translate, 'tis fit we understand them. Where is your son?
Bestow this place on us a little while. Ah, my good lord, what have I seen tonight?
What, Gertrude? How does Hamlet? Where is your son?
To draw apart the body he has murdered, or whom his very majesty weeps for what is done.
Gertrude, come away. We will ship him hence. Ho, Guildenstern! Friends, both go join you with some further aid. Hamlet and Madness have Polonius laid. I pray you haste in this. Haste! Come, Gertrude. Oh, come away, my soul is full of discord and dismay.
Safely stowed.
Hamlet?
Lord Hamlet!
What noise is this? Calls upon me.
What have you
Oh,
done?
here they come.
My lord, what have you done? Where's the dead body?
Compounding it with dust, whereto it is hid. Do not believe it.
Believe what?
That I can keep counsel and not mine own.
My lord, you must tell us where the body is, so we bear it hence and take it to the king.
The body is with the king, but the king is not with the body. The king's a thing
A thing, my lord?
of nothing. High thoughts and all after. Bring me to him.
Now, Hamlet, where's Polonius?
At supper.
Supper? Where?
Oh, not where he is eating, but where he is eaten. 'Tis a certain congregation of politic worms that are eating at him. That's the end.
Alas, alas!
A man may fish with the worm that hath eaten the king, and a cat may eat of the fish that hath fed of that worm.
What dost thou mean by this?
Only to show how a king may go full of progress through the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven! Send hither and there to see. If you find him not there, look in the other place yourself. And if you find him not there, and within a month, you shall notice him as you go up the stairs into the lobby.
Go seek him there.
Shall I for England?
Aye, Hamlet.
Good.
If thou doest our purposes.
I see a chairman that sees them, but good. Farewell, dear mother.
Thy loving father, Hamlet.
No, my mother. You see, father and mother is man and wife, and man and wife is but one flesh. So, my dear mother, goodbye. Fare thee well.
Thou may coldly set for England the present death of Hamlet. However, mayhaps my joys had ne'er begun.
I shall not speak with her!
She is importunate, indeed distract. Her mood will needs be pitied.
What would she have?
She speaks much of her father. Her speech is nothing which I should winks and nods and gestures yield her. Indeed would make one think there might be thought, though nothing sure and much unhappy.
Let's go find her.
sir, whose powers are these?
They are of Norway, sir.
Who commands them?
The nephews to old Norway, Fortinbras,
But to what purpose?
against some part of Poland.
Against the main of Poland or some other frontier?
We go to gain a little patch of ground that hath in it no purpose, but the name. God be with you, sir.
Or with us hither?
I'll be with you also. Go straight. All occasions to inform against me, and spur my dull revenge. What is it to be a man, who, if his only chief good and market be but to sleep and feed, a beast no more? From this time forth, my thoughts be bloody, or be nothing worth.
I told you before, I shall not speak with her.
Were good if she were spoken with, for she may strew dangerous conjectures in ill-breeding minds.
Let her come in.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark? Not out of Frida. Oh, should I your true love know from another one? By his common hand staff and his sandal shoe. Alas, sweet lady, when it was the song. Say you? Nay, pray you, Mark. He is dead and gone, lady. He is dead and gone. At his head a grasping turf, at his heels a stone.
Nay, but Ophelia.
Pray you, Mark. Why his shroud is the mountain snow.
Alas, but here, my lord.
Lord, with sweet flowers, which be wept to the grave did grow with true love shower.
How do you, lady?
God help you! You say the owl was a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but not what we may be. God be at your table, Lord.
Concise upon her father.
Prayers be never worthless! But when they ask you what it means, say you this. Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, all in the morning betime, and I am made at your window to be your Valentine. Then up he rose and donned his clothes, and up to the chamber door, let in the lady out unpaid, never departed more.
Pretty Ophelia.
Indeed, low enough, I'll make an end on't. But I'm by St. Charity, a laugh and fight for shame. Young men will do it, if they come to it, my cock they are to play. Quoth she, before you tumbled me, you promised me to wed. So what I have done, by yonder sun, and thou hadst not come to my bed.
How long has she been thus?
I hope all will be well. We must be patient. But I cannot think but weep to think they should lay him in the cold ground. My brother shall know of things. And so, I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night, good night.
Oh, the poison of this deep grief. Oh, my dear Gertrude, this to a murdering beast in many a place give me superfluous death.
Alack, what noise is this?
Save yourself, my lord!
Save yourself!
My lord, the countess is by his head. English officers, they scream, there shall be king, there shall be king. Save yourself! Save yourself!
The doors are
Chain! Oh, thou vile king, give me my father!
Only good Laertes, that drop of blood that's called, proclaims you bastard cries, coupled to my father and brands the harlot, even here. Where is my father?
Dead.
And not by him. What noise is that?
I heard the dogs go, and then comes in the sweet, what's the red and the wings.
Oh, heat. Dry up my graves. Tears 7 times salt, burn out the sense and virtue of mine eye. By heaven, thy man shall be paid. Thy waste to our skin turn to me. Oh, Rose of May, dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia.
They bore their face on the bier. Hey, nonny, nonny, hey, nonny, nonny, hey, nonny, nonny. And in his great friend many a tear. Fare you well, my dove.
Hadst thou thy wits, and didst persuade revenge, you could not move thus.
They say he wants a down, and you call him a down. Oh, how the weed becomes. 'Twas the false steward that stole his master's daughter.
This nothing is more than that.
There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember. There's pansies. That's for thoughts.
Documented matters, thoughts and moments that
There's fennel for you. And colored vines. And rue for you. And here's some for me. We may call it Earth Grace to Sundays. But you must wear your rue with a difference. There's a daisy. I would have given you some violets, but they withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end. For bonny sweet Robin is all
Thought.
my joy.
fiction, passion, hell itself. She turns to fate and prettiness.
Will he not come again? And will he not come again? No, no, he is dead. Go to my deathbed. He will never come again. His beard was white as snow. All flaxen was his poll. And he is gone, he is gone. And we cast away homes. God, have mercy on his soul. I pray you, God, and all Christian souls. Goodbye, ye.
Do you see this? Oh, God.
Laertes, I must commune with your grief, or deny me rights, but give it due content.
Let this be so. His means of death, his obscure funeral, all cry to be heard as it were from heaven to earth that I must call to question.
You surely shall hear more. I loved your father. Oh, now, sweet queen,
One woe doth tread upon another's heel, so fast they follow. Sister is drowned, Laertes.
Drown! Oh, where?
There's a willow grows aslant a brook that shows its o'er leaves in the glassy stream. There, the corned beech wavering to hang, an envious slitter broke. When down her weedy trophies and herself fell into the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide
much of water to pass that. Poor Ophelia. And therefore I forbid my tears. And yet it is our trick. Nature her custom holds. Let shame say what it will. When these are gone, the woman will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire, that fame would blaze, but that this folly doubts it.
Let's follow Gertrude. Let's try and stop it before it starts again. Before let's follow.
She to be buried in Christian burial who willfully seeks her own salvation.
I tell thee, she is. Therefore, make the grave straight, for the crowner hath sat on it, and finds it a Christian burial.
How can that be so? Unless she drank herself from her own defense.
Why? 'Tis found so?
It must be safe by then. For here lies the point. If I drown myself wittingly, it argues an act. An act of three virtues. It is the act to do to perform. Our God, she drank herself wittingly.
Nay, but hear you, good man Delver.
Give me. Here lies the water. Here stands the man. If the man go to the water and drown himself, he goes willy-nilly. Mark you that. But if the water come to him and drown him, he drowns not himself. Our God. He that is not guilty of his own death, shortens on his own life.
Is it law?
Very. Quite law.
Would you have the truth on it? For if she was not a gentlewoman, this should not be a Christian burial.
Why, there thou sayest. No more pity the great folk in the world should have counts to drown or hang themselves. More than they're even Christian. Come, my spade. Then go, give thee to yonder. Let's go see the liquor. In youth, when I did love, methought it was very sweet to contract all the time for all my behoof. Methought there was nothing meet.
How's this fellow no feeling in his business? Does he just sing at his grave making?
Custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
The hand of little employment hath the daintier sense.
But age, with his stealing steps, hath clawed me in his clutch.
The skull had a tongue in it once and could sing. Oh, how the knave jowls it to the ground, as if it were Cain's job when I did the first murder. Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. 'Twas a fellow of infinite jest and excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times. And now how abhorrent my imagination it is. Soft you now. Here comes the king. The queen, the courtiers. Who is this they follow? Who was such maided rights? Couch we a while and bark.
What ceremony else?
That is Laertes, a very noble youth. Mark.
Must there no more be done?
No more be done. We should profane the service of the dead, to sing a requiem and such rest to her, as to peace parted souls.
Lay her the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh make violet spring. I tell thee, churlish priest, ministering angel shall my sister be, when thou liest howling.
What? Philip?
Sweets to the sweet. Farewell. I had hopes thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife.
Trouble will fall 10 times trouble. That accursed head, whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. hold off the earth a while, till I have caught her once more in mine arms.
What is whose grief, or such emphasis sorrow? This is I, Hamlet the Dead!
The devil take thy soul!
What? Take thy fingers from my throat! Hold off thy head! I will fight with him upon this theme, until my eyes no longer wag!
Oh, my son, what theme?
She is mad, Laertes.
I love Ophelia. 40,000 brothers, with all their quantity of love, could not make up my son.
For love of God, forbear him.
Swoons, what wilt thou do? Show it to me. Would weep? Would fight? Would fast? Would tear thyself? I'll do it!
Alas, this is mere madness, unless a while the fit will work on him. Anon, as patient as the female dove, when that her golden cutlets are disclosed, his silence will sit drooping.
Hear you, sir. What is the reason you use me thus? I loved you like a brother. It is no matter. Let Hercules do what he may. For the cat will mew, and the dog will have his day.
Strengthen your patience in our last night's speech, Laertes. Let it in our proceeding be.
What is the circumstance, Horatio? You do remember it?
Remember it, my lord, that is most certain.
O royal knavery, wherefore I had found an exact command not to stay the grinding of the axe. My head should be struck off.
Is it possible?
There is the commission. Read it at your leisure. I sat down, devised me a new commission, wherein the bearers shall be put to sudden death.
How is this sealed?
One, with the Danish signet that have been in my father's purse.
So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern go to it.
They are not near my conscience, man. Their defeat does by their own insinuation grow.
What a king is this? Peace, who comes here?
Your lordship is right welcome back in Denmark. Your lord, His Majesty the King, bade me signify to you that he hath laid a great wager on your head. And, sir, this is the matter, sir, for newly come to court is Laertes, and believe me, he is an absolute gentleman.
And what imports the nomination of this
Gentleman. Of Laertes?
Of him, sir.
You are not ignorant of the excellence of Laertes.
I dare not confess that, yet I shall compare with him. For to know a man, to know himself.
I mean, sir, for his weapon.
And what's his weapon?
A rapier.
'Tis a weapon indeed.
The king hath laid that in a dozen passes between yourself and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. And if thou would vouchsafe an answer, it would come to trial immediately.
How if I answer none?
Well, the contradiction of your person in trial.
Let the foils be brought, if the gentleman willing and the king will to his purpose. I shall win for him if I can. If not, I will gain nothing but shame in the odd hits.
Shall I re-deliver you, even so?
To this effect, sir, after what's flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to you.
Yours.
My lord, you will lose this week.
I think not. I've been in continual practice since Laertes has been in France. If it be not now, it soon shall be. Since no man has aught to leave, what is it to leave betimes?
Come, Hamlet, come. this hand from me.
Give me pardon, sir, as you are a gentleman. I am punished with sore distraction. What I have done, I here proclaim was madness. I've shot by an arrow o'er the house and wounded my brother.
In my terms of honor, I stand aloof and will no reconcilement. But till that time, I do receive your offered love, like love, and will not wrong it.
I embrace it freely. Give us the foils. Come.
Come on, my lord.
Come, sir. What?
No!
Judgment?
A hint, a very palpable hint.
Once again!
Stay! Give me a drink, Hamlet. This pearl is thine. Here's to thy health.
I'll play this out. Such by a while. Come. Another hint. What say you?
A touch, I do confess.
Our son shall win!
Sweet carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Good, madam.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord, I pray you, pardon me.
It is the poison cup. It is too late.
I do not drink yet, madam, by and by.
Come, let me wipe thy face.
My lord, I'll take him now.
I do not faint.
And yet, 'tis almost against my conscience.
Come, Dallas. Laertes which dally for the third.
Say you so? Come on.
To see them bleed.
No. The drink. Oh, my dear Hamlet. The drink. Who is it?
The door is locked. Sing out the treachery!
It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee, there is not half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand. Here I lie, never to rise again. And mother's poisoned. I can no more. The king's to blame.
The point's envenomed. And then, do thy work.
Treason! Treason!
Yet defend me, friends! I am but hurt.
Drink off this potion. Follow my mother.
He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death come not upon thee, nor thine on me.
I will please so. Horatio, I am dead. What should Queen do?
Never believe it.
I'm more antique Roman than a Dane.
Horatio, thou didst ever hold me in thy heart. In this harsh world, draw thy breath in pain to tell my story.
And so cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince. Flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
For making this whole production possible. I have to thank Mr. Minson first. He's such a great support here at the school for this department, and it's just great to have him at the helm here at the school. I'd also like to thank Miss Riscala, and Miss Huntley for donating a lot of time and effort into the production as well. I have to thank my wonderful assistant director, Cyrus Sullivan. My wonderful stage manager, Catherine Abel. My wonderful lighting designer and op, James Kvarek. And our wonderful, wonderful costume designer, Raquel Grove. Props, we did Anastasia in the area. And this wonderful set, Phoebe Newell. And the special thanks to those today volunteers is Kat Ben Slack, Molly McCrory, and Gareth Minson. And certainly not least is my special guest artists, Mr. Ronstadt and Mr. Colville.
Not last, because we would also like to thank Mr. Glass, our director.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for coming.